I've been sourcing locally since we took over the restaurant, and it's been a kind of a passion of ours because we want to support the community. It feels good to do it, and the product quality is so much better.
Sourcing local has always been a priority at the Driftless Cafe. Located here in southwestern Wisconsin, specifically Vernon County, we have the second highest concentration of organic farms in the United States. So the idea to do a restaurant that featured our friends and neighbors really made sense, not only from a sourcing perspective, but from a marketing perspective. We kind of figured that if we could collect all the amazing food products that come from this region and feature them on a menu, people from outside the region could come here and see a little bit about what's going on. What that does for our customers is when they come here, they sit down, they order a plate of food, and always there's a story behind that food. So our servers are very well versed in where the food comes from, how we prepared it, but then they also know a little bit about the people that actually produce the food, which gives our diners a sense of being involved in the process.
So if you ask me how hard it is to source locally, it's a pleasure, but sometimes it's hard because one day you go and there's tons of tomatoes at the farm, and the next day there aren't any because we just had a hailstorm. Whereas if you're with a big supplier, they're always going to find something. So then you have to shuffle around and think, well, can we use a different product? Or we're just going to have to communicate to our customer that we're out of tomatoes.
I think there's a lot of great benefits to buying local. Local produce is fresh. It could be literally picked from our field to your table in an hour or less. It's not going to be, we're not all organic, of course. There's many different ways of farming, but it's going to be farmed with love, and it's going to be cared for. We're not a factory farm. We're just a small farm that's doing our best and just growing a few things, and so you're getting fresh flavor, you're getting real flavors. It's not grown in a hothouse somewhere, it's grown right here in the fields.
I think the relationship between local restaurants and local growers can really impact the freshness and the taste, because I'm going to be able to talk to my restaurateur and tell them these varieties are the best right now, and then when they start going out of season, I can say this is what is the best tasting and the crispiest right now. So I think local growers are able to have such a stronger and tighter relationship that they can get you the best possible product.
For restaurants who have an interest, or restaurateurs who have an interest in sourcing local, my challenge to you would be to start small. Start incrementally. If it's local wine and beer that you know your customer base will be excited about, great, start there. Otherwise, I would suggest checking out your local farmers markets. If it means traveling into the city and making a couple of farmer contacts, that's fantastic. Even 2 or 3 ingredients from a local farmer's market can set off a menu and give your restaurant an identity in the local food scene that sets it apart from the others around you.
What we find incredibly important about sourcing locally is the communication that you get in with the purveyors, with the farmers, with the folks in your community, and you get product that you actually see growing, and you bring it into your restaurant and you turn it into a beautiful plate that you can present to people that may or may not have seen something like that happen.
Yeah, I mean, they appreciate the creativity, the customers do, and that they're supporting local. It's out there. That's what people want to do now, and that's good. That's a great thing. That's what our customers want.
If you can't have your own garden, at least you have us that kind of give you that feeling. Our eggs are from 2.5 miles from here. You can drive by and see the chickens running around in Shane's yard, and that'll be the egg that'll be in your cake that we serve you for dessert that evening.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's incredibly worth it, and very, very, very gratifying.
Yeah.